catch signaled for and taken successfully. The play clock's running down. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And Carson Palmer's going to turn 38 in December. Actually contemplated not coming back in 2017. I wonder how disappointed he was in the 2016 season.
Well, do you think that that's a reason that he's back?
I think that maybe he feels like there's one more good run in his Arizona Cardinals team, and he wants to be the QB for it.
On second down, here's Palmer. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Stafford. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. McKinnon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Charles, as the Cardinals come out, let's take a look back to last year. They came in with Super Bowl aspirations. They had won 10 or more games 3 straight years. They wound up finishing with the number 9 overall offense, the number 2 overall defense, but they did not make the playoffs.
That just tells you that sometimes statistics don't tell the total tale, right? Let's take the defense. Number 2 overall in total defense, but they gave up 30 or more points 6 times in 2016. I believe they'd only done that 5 times in the previous 2 seasons. So when you give up that kind of point total, It makes it really hard for your offense to keep pace. So what did they do? They spent some time in the draft. Hassan Reddick, a linebacker out of Temple, was their first-round draft pick. Budda Baker, a safety out of Washington, trying to shore up the defensive side in order for them to compete in the NFC West.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third down, Palmer. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Second down now after the pass completion. Palmer now. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. C.O. Moore in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Palmer gets him set, 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Off the play fake, here's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. It's caught. Nelson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, let's discuss Detroit as they take the field on offense. Last year, crazy season in the Motor City. Fourth quarter comebacks, 8 of them. They started 1-3, then won 8 of 9 before going 0-4 to finish the year at 9-7. Ultimately, another season without a playoff victory.
In the midst of that 8 of 9 win string, they had 3 straight home games that all came down to the final series, and they won them all. I thought that was the key to their season. Look, we know they can score on offense.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 5. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. The motion man is Tate. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And bulldozing his way through. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Reminder that later tonight, we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10:20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now McKinnon. And some room to roam now. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They run once more with McKinnon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Stafford on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Stafford buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The motion man is Tate. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had or the scheme or both or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Here now the punter Martin booming this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Palmer. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Palmer from his end zone on 3rd and long. And able to find John Brown. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. And that one results in 35 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing is Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Screenplay, Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's Palmer. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Taking it about the 16. Oh, what a move. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On first down at Stafford. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Play action. Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Stafford. Now he's forced out left. Fells has it, left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's McKinnon. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go back to Riddick. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. The motion man is Tate. Here's Stafford. He completes it to Tate. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there's Golden Tate doing exactly what he does well. Extra yards after the catch.
Exactly. To your point, among wide receivers, no one had more yards after the catch than Tate last year, 635. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are in for 6. And he knocks it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about what a bonus it is for a running back who's able to catch the ball downfield. Well, David Johnson started his college career as a wide receiver before transitioning. He's got it all.
Well, it showed last year 80 catches from that running back position led the NFL. They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. Now they go screen. It's complete. Able to slither by, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. They go play action now. Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Palmer. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field, all even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here we go with 2nd and 7. To throw is Stafford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Peterson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
On second down, here's Palmer. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Palmer to throw on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play clock winding down. Play action. It's Palmer. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost. You can't find him. And sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On second down, here's Stafford. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff looking right. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here again is McKinnon, and he'll go down at the 28. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to give this time to the tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And to give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Lions are going to win this game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Detroit, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.